Pillows is today. Pillows is today. I'm not sure on the lamination sheet. It's more of the glossier side, not the matte side. So any questions on anything to do with Shopify, anything that you guys need help with Shopify, I would say like today is just like the last day for Shopify questions and anything I can help you with Shopify. Hey there, how are you? Any questions regarding Shopify or anything that I can help with regarding Shopify? Any questions or anything that I can help with? All right, guys, any questions before we move on? How do you set the taxes for all states? So you're going to have a nexus in all states. And that is something really that you would have to talk about with your accountant and or your tax preparer. Because what they're going to do is if you don't have a nexus within that specific state, then they're going to do some type of legal paperwork. So I just don't know it all because I hired someone to do that for me. I just honestly don't know. So that's why I would suggest talking to them about it, because taxes just rolls right over my head. Hi, how long do the orders take to get shipped? I ordered last week in the 14th. Our processing time is 1 to 5 business days. If you have any questions though, if you could please message me via email. I do not do well with over social media because I might forget. So if you have a question regarding your order, if you could just please email me. That way I can take a look for you. You're welcome. My friend asked me about it and I didn't remember you talking about it. Yeah, you would have to have a nexus, and like each state you'll collect taxes, but for your state specifically, like you have a nexus and then there's all the different states, so you have to have like a physical present force, and there's a way that your preparer will do it for you. So I really don't know because she did it for me, and I literally am not good with taxes at all. So are there any other questions regarding anything else that I can help with Shopify? I am going to go over one more thing, and then I guess we'll do a pillow and then we'll get off. You guys are not really talkative today. You're welcome. Any more questions? All right, I guess not. So we will go ahead and get started with one of the other things that I had in mind. And all of this is going to be in Canva. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. This is something that you guys asked me about. I don't have it. It's still on its way, but I can show it to you on the computer if you'd like. Let me see. Oh, cool. So, I don't know if you guys take a look at photos when you're shopping around, but one thing that you should do is for your business is you should have these pictures, and these are called infographics, And this is something that you would want to do. So for this listing, this is on Etsy, but on this listing, it has just like information about what it is. So it just tells you like, don't have a sublimation printer, don't worry, we'll print them for you, and just like the sizes and how much they are, and then like follow us on Instagram, and so these are really good fillers. One thing, especially if you're on Etsy, is they want a lot of photos, and if you have an infographic, that can help fill up the space and then give them valuable information. So I'm going to show you one that I looked at earlier today, and let me see if I can find it. But this is a perfect infographic. So as you can see, she has a really, really cute layout of all of her different shirts. But then if you start scrolling, these are infographics. So these are information that your seller or your buyer would be able to use. So if you offer different colors of shirts, you might want to have an infographic that has all the different colors, right? And then you could have different sizing charts. Another thing you could do is like processing times. So like if your processing times is 1 to 3 business days, but shipping time is 2 to 6, you could have that on there. Like different things like that. And I feel like every single shop owner should have infographics, because let me tell you why. All of this stuff that's over here, all of this description, nobody's going to read that. I mean, I do, right? I read it, I look at it, because we're sellers, so we understand to read, but no average consumer will read this. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just being serious. No consumer reads. And so when they don't read the processing times or the shipping times or the colors of the shirts, and then they order the wrong thing, that will cause a lot of issues, going down. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like the little things people do on YouTube, right? And they'll say, or like go on eBay. I mean, because you're a consumer, but you're also a seller, so you know to read, right? But just the average consumer, someone that never creates anything themselves, they just buy. Typically, they don't read. And I was watching one of the things, and it was saying that this guy, he was selling the PS5, and in the description, he wrote, he's not selling a PS5, that he's going to actually just send you a hand-drawn picture of a PS5. And he put it up on eBay for like $699, and like 10 people bought it. But they received the picture in the mail, and they were upset, and he was like, why are you upset? You agreed to the terms and conditions when you read my description. And they were like, well, I didn't read your description, right? So now they're stuck with the picture, but it's all on them because they didn't read. So that's why I would say to add infographics or add any type of just picture with like your information on it, just so that way you can clear up any confusion, because it will happen. Trust me, I get messages every single day. Why hasn't my order shipped? Where's my order? Why haven't you shipped it? Or I thought this was pink, it's not pink, I thought it was going to be blue. All of these different questions. What size is this? What size is this? What size is that? And to eliminate a lot of that, a lot of people like pictures, right? So you'll scroll through the pictures, right, instead of scrolling through the description. So if you scroll through the pictures, you should have valuable information in there, and that will take up a lot of the pictures. So you would have a picture of your product, and then have a picture of a sizing chart. And then after you have a picture of a sizing chart, put your processing times. And then if you offer different colors, put a picture of that with the chart of the sizing and the colors. And then you would have your shipping and your processing times. Because I promise you, 9 times out of the 10, if you put all the information in a picture other than your description, have it there too, because some of us do read the description, but you'll come across it where they do not read the description. They don't read your processing times, they don't read your ordering times, they don't read your shipping times, they don't read how much shipping is, they don't read any of that information. So if you put that stuff in your description, but then also put it in a picture, so that way they can scroll through and there's no absolute reason why they didn't look through the pictures, then that will kind of cover you on the back end. And then it will also make it to the point where it's in their face and they have to see it and they have to understand the processing times, the shipping times, the colors, the sizing, etc. So then when it comes time to a point where they order something and say, hey, this shirt is too small, Well, I see here that you did order the large. Did you look at the sizing chart? No? Okay. Well, we can work from here, right? Instead of, oh, I ordered too small or ordered too large. All of that information is right there in their face so that they can have it and then they can order correctly instead of guessing or confusion. Because then you also have a lot of older people. You'll run into this too a lot when you start shipping out for Christmas. But you'll get a lot of older people that are buying things and they're buying the hip, trendy, cute shirts for their grandkids and for their granddaughter and etc., their children, and you'll see that they're not looking at the description, that they're just looking through the pictures, or they might order the wrong size or they might order the wrong color. So you just want to make sure that everything is cohesive, but then you give them that little extra push. And 9 times out of the 10, if you go to any Etsy seller that is well, selling, has 1,000 orders, has 2,000 orders, etc., you'll start seeing those infographics a lot more. You see those infographics on Amazon. You see those infographics on Fashion Nova, right? So those sizing guides, those processing times, all of those different informational pictures that you could put in their face because they're going to keep swiping, then that will be more beneficial to you. So that is just something that I would suggest. I did go to Fiverr and I had all of mine created. I have another one that I'm creating right now with my designer, and it's something really good and beneficial to you guys. It's more so about how to price your products, because that's an item, that's something that a lot of you have been asking me a lot lately, and I just went through a formula so that way you guys can know. And then another thing that I'm making is like a calendar for the year, so in July what you need to be selling, in August what you need to be selling, in November, December, so you can start having a cohesive flow with all of your things and you can start planning out your year. Especially if you're going to be selling full time, you want to start making sure you have a flow of the items that you're selling. So I'm working on those 2 infographics for you guys now. But I guess that is it. If you guys have any more questions about Shopify, about anything business related, please let me know and or schedule a call with me. We would love to help. And I think we've went over a lot of things with Shopify. And it's really kind of in your hands now, so that way you guys can start working on it every day. You guys can start, looking at the listings, adding your listings, making your collections, just starting your journey. And if you guys ever run into a problem, just let me know and I'll be happy to help. I guess the last thing that we're going to do today, let me pull up this listing real quick for you. You asked me for it. When will you try and post? Oh, I don't think you were here yet, but only 2 are left to upload. This is my YouTube page. They're already uploading. So day 2 and day 1 are uploading. Day 3 and day 4 are there. Branding, yes. Daisy's Custom Shop on Etsy. I would suggest looking into her. And then let me see. Let me pull up the picture of the tumbler wrap. Okay, so here is the tumbler wrap. Hey there, Caroline. So this is the wrap. As you can see, it just stands right up just like a regular tumbler, and then you just slide it on to the tumbler like so. So it's just kind of like a sock. Think of it like a sock, and it has a lot of pressure, and it slides right onto the 20-ounce tumbler. No, I wouldn't recommend the tumbler wrap for the tumbler press. It's more so for someone that uses the convection oven. Not saying that it won't withhold the heat, because you can use it. I just wouldn't recommend it. The whole point of the tumbler wrap is for pressure in your convection oven, and since you're getting a lot of pressure from your tumbler press, then I wouldn't recommend that. It's a silicone wrap. Awesome. Okay. It was great. Thank you. Okay, so I guess we're going to go ahead and start on the pillow, and then I'll go ahead and get off and then finish the rest of these orders. So, is there a image or something that you guys want to see on the pillow? I was thinking like Powerpuff Girls. I don't know. What do you guys think? How are you making the mugs? Also, I would suggest going onto my website and downloading the free sublimation times and temperatures. And it's 100% free, but you can download it and you'll see all of the times and temperatures for it. I do not do learning pillows. I'm honestly, like Miss Greg Graham's Creation said, I'm finding myself buried in work. So I just don't have any more space right now to add on. I really do need to find someone to hire. I have to hire someone again. Thinking retro. Okay, well, let's see. I don't know if Etsy is going to have the Powerpuff Girls that I want, but let's see. It's kind of like the sassy ones, the ones that are blowing bubble gum. I think it's funny. Okay. Alright, let's see. Retro designs. I don't know. What can we put? Let me see which one I'm going to be using, because I'm going to be using one that is messed up a little bit. Let me see. These are 30 ounce. How are these? Okay. Do you guys see that? That is from Paint. Let me see what this is. Oh, these are Mama tumblers. Okay. So, we need the pillow. Pillowcase. Okay, here we go. I think I have. Awesome. I think we're going to do white. Yeah. So what design do you guys want to do? And there's this Etsy seller. I don't know how true this is, but she can make your own custom Powerpuff Girl. I would love to do that. I want my own Powerpuff Girl. Anything cute? Okay. Let me put in sublimation PNG. Pumpkins. I decide. Okay. I want to do something with glitter, obviously, because we're doing glitter. I don't know, maybe pumpkins. Any pumpkin you were thinking about, Isabel? Cute and sassy. Cute and sassy. What about this? This one's cute. I couldn't find the Powerpuff Girls. But this one is cute. And I think it would be cool because the glitter is going to be white. And so all the white pieces would be glitter. Cute. Okay. We'll do that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and purchase. And it is retro, so Katisha, you got your way. And then after this, I will be getting off. We are doing a pillow. So I am purchasing, and then we're going to go ahead and print. But we got to figure out what print we're doing. Okay. So we're downloading Dreamer Vintage for dark shirts. Clean. Do the clean one. Okay. So this is the design. I think it's cute. And we're gonna, you don't need the print. You got your printer now. You better print it out. And we're gonna minimize this. And we're going to print it out. I know, all y'all got your 15,000. Y'all don't have to order prints. You guys can print. Aren't you guys happy? Okay. So now we need to, I know, I was just about to say, don't you have the 15,000? So now we have to measure. Peppa Pig. Your daughter's gonna love it, I'm pretty sure. Peppa. Okay. So the pillow, you guys know I love to measure. So I'm gonna measure out what it is. So we're gonna do like a 12 by 12. I think that would be good. I think a 12 by 12 would be nice for the pillow. All right. Okay. I know. Your spell check is definitely messing you up today. Okay, I think this is cute. And I will go ahead and mirror to 12 inch. And then I'll just add a couple of little baby ones down at the bottom. And I'll rotate and duplicate. So that way I have more than one, and then we'll change the size. So the size is going to be 15,000, and we're going to go, I don't see Super B. No, here we go. Super B. So there we go. Now we have the design, and now we're going to print it out. Okay, so we are going to head over to the 15,000 and get this printed out. And while this is printing, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the heat press so that way we can have it out. My 15,000 has been giving me a lot of trouble lately with my paper. It's my fault though, because I left the paper like sitting on an angle, so now it's curved. So it's getting on my nerves a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, so that is printing out now. And I'm going to go turn on the the heat press. Alright, so that's printing out with Canva. We'll go over Canva. I think we have a Canva day coming up, do we not? I think someone can check the calendar for us. Canva is a little hard to start, but once you start, it's so hard to give up. Like I'm on Canva probably 100 times a day. I just love Canva. It's so awesome. What is it that you're having trouble with Canva? On the 30th. Okay, so Canva class is on the 30th, so we'll talk about it then. My hardest is sizing correctly. What do you mean we need one for silhouette? Anna? Okay, have you checked out our YouTube? Because I have a specific YouTube video on sizing and silhouette. I'm not sure. Canva has one. Yes, the schedule is located in our Facebook group, and I always come on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so silhouette is on the 28th. So what I would suggest is both of the classes are at the end of the month, the 28th and the 30th. So what I would suggest is before then, head over to my YouTube, because we have gone over the subjects before. So I would suggest going to silhouette if you're having, going to YouTube if you're having problems with silhouette and or Canva, because we have gone over Canva and we have gone over silhouette quite a few times, and that is on YouTube. We are going to be doing it again at the end of the month, but if you want to start before then, I would suggest going to YouTube. Yes, I do use silhouette for printing and resizing, but that's honestly it. I don't use silhouette for anything else, like designing or anything. I just print from silhouette. Oh, yeah. So the sizing thing is a problem that I have known about for a long time when it comes to silhouette. With Canva, so like say you'll save the size in Canva as like a 10 by 10. If you put it in silhouette, it won't be a 10 by 10. And I don't know why Canva's like that, but they just are. I do not have a Cameo, I have a Cricut. You're so welcome. It just depends on how many, just really how many prints you do. Like with me, I can get I would say a good 600 before it starts getting low. But it just depends on the volume. It depends on the volume that you have. I always use it PNG. So it just depends on how fast you print, how big the print is, how many you're printing. It's a lot of factors in it. So if you're printing hundreds, then you'll run through it faster than you would a smaller size, right? So it just depends. I am printing on a 13 by 19, and this is a 12 by 12 image. Yeah, it doesn't go. Mine's, as you can see, I filled it up, and it's still probably at the second line, so it does take a while. But that's the good thing. Eco tanks are built to last. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why Canva does that. I have a hard time with it too. Yep. You should do the Rolo for sure. I can't get the sizing down to silhouette, and I have a Cricut. I need to purchase a Cameo. I would suggest going to our YouTube. We do have a lot of videos, and on TikTok I have like a 60-minute video, a 60-second video on how to print in silhouette. Awesome. Yes, I prefer silhouette to do the sizing, because if you do it within Cricut Design Space and Canva, it's not going to be correct. So here's our print. Pretty large print. And we're going to put it on the glitter pillow. We're going to put it in the glitter pillow, like so. So it's a big print for a big pillow. And I'll put this in your purchase, whoever purchased today, I'll put it in there. You gotta buy the stuffing though. I'm not stuffing it. I'll just send you the pillowcase. I got mine a couple years ago, so I'm not sure. A lot of people say that it's just out of stock right now. Yes, the design is from Etsy, guys. Etsy. Katisha could talk about her story about how she got her 15,000. They are out there, guys. You just got to keep looking. She just got hers. And she's been looking for a while. I seen you can print on regular computer paper and sub with it. It's true? Yes, it is, but the colors are not vibrant. The image is from Etsy. What size of the clear cellophane bags do you use for shirts when you package them? It's a 10 by 13 and a 11 by a 9. I don't know. It's a 10 by 13 and an 11 by 14. They're linked in my bio. Oh, that's cool, Isabel. I didn't know. Maybe they are. So we're at 289, but we're going to start prepping the pillow. Doing good. How are you? So first thing with the pillows is you guys want to make sure that you're putting where the zipper is. Let me see if I can even find the zipper. Here we go. So you want to keep the zipper up at the top. Okay. Do not put the zipper under your press. Do not put the zipper under your press. It will melt. Okay. The next thing you want to do is all of your sequins, you want to put them the opposite way. Okay. I bought it locally, but you can search it on Google and see if someone near you is selling it. You have to be an authorized seller to sell them. You could try Swing Design. It will feel so. On the glitter notebook I have, I just don't like the quality. But you can. You're welcome. Okay. So as you can see, that is the sparkly side, and then this side is the matte, right? So you want it to be all facing the regular side. And just let them fold down. Fold them down. The side that doesn't have the glittery side. And then you're just going to lay your image down like that. And then you're going to press it. But we're not going to press it until obviously the heat press gets to 400 degrees. So you want 400 degrees. So this is kind of like the shiny side, but just really not glittery. And then that side is the same. I don't know if you can see that. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, awesome. I'm happy that you like them. We're just waiting on the heat press. Waiting on the heat press. Okay, so we can get started now. I'm going to put a piece of butcher paper on the inside. So, hello, hello. I think that's good. Okay. So now we're going to take the dreamer and we're going to pop it right on to the sequin. And you want it in the middle. I'm going to place a little piece of heat tape and another little piece on the side. It does not have to be a lot of tape. I see a lot of you taping around the whole thing. You're wasting tape and it can cause yellow markings. So make sure you just use a little tiny piece. You don't need a lot. So we're going to do 400 degrees. I'm going to say 55 seconds. Probably the full, maybe the full 60. But that is where you want it to be. I don't know if I have a pillow insert. I might not have one to fit this one, but 400 degrees is your starting point. And we're just waiting for it. Alright. So I don't know if you guys can see the butterfly in the paper, but that is exactly why we use butcher paper. And then we're just going to peel it up. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's hot, so I'm going to sit it down. It's super, super hot. So I'm going to sit it down. super hot. But it's so pretty. Turn you around. Dreamer. And then I just want to show you the transfer. So there's nothing left on it. The ink literally took all the way to the substrate. All of it. All of it. Okay, so then I want to show you just real quick. Okay, so that's it with the glitter up, like so. That's what it will be sitting like on your bed, or you know, wherever you have it, right? And then that's how it will look when you push it down. I love it. I think it's pretty. I do use Cosmos. It's the only ink I prefer. And I love butterflies too. I do print sublimation PNGs. I do not print SVGs. SVGs are usually for cutting machines. But if you have the PNG, I can print it. Alright guys. Well, are there any other questions or anything else that I can help with before we get off? What do you mean change settings? What type of settings? You're welcome. I gotta finish doing like paper type quality. Yeah. Did you download the printer settings? Custom birthday party prints? I have before. I just need the file. If you have a file that you need printed, I can just print it out on the actual computer. So you print it on the computer, not on the printer. On the printer, it should automatically feed. So if you change it on the computer, it should automatically change it on your printer. Sometimes you might have to change the paper size, but that's it. If you have the file, go ahead and send it to me, and then I can print it for you. Yeah, so on the printer, you would just change it in your settings on the printer. Yeah, so change the settings on the actual computer, not on the printer. So there's nothing for you to change on the printer, only on your computer. It could be the file that you use. They have to be at least 300 DPI. You're so welcome. So if you guys are wanting to buy custom prints, or you're wanting to buy like bigger prints because your printer won't be able to print them, if you go to my website, go to custom, onto the website. It's called Custom Sublimation Prints, and you can pick any size that you need. I have 20-ounce tumblers, 30-ounce tumblers, all the way to 3-inch. Honestly, you know, any size that you're needing. What settings do you change it to? I would suggest going over to YouTube. I have a lot of videos on our settings. I also have a download on the website for you to use. but you would have to have your drivers downloaded. But I would suggest going to YouTube and or my TikTok. I have a lot of videos on settings on what your printer should be printing. Extra large shirts is about a 10 or 11 inch design. I would say a 10 inch. Unless you like really big prints, then 11 inch. You're welcome. All right, guys, any other questions? When you say driver is to make printer work. Yes. So definitely take a look at my YouTube video. I talk about how to download the drivers, where to go, and then how to set up your settings. All right, guys, any other questions or anything that I can help you with before we get off? All right, well, I will see you guys here tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye-bye.